الله أكبر الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يؤتيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. 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 بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد Eid Mubarak Eid Ul Kabir. This is the greater Eid. We would like to thank Allah for blessing us not only with this day, but with what is referred to as one of the ways referring to it as Tanzilum Mir Rabbil Alamin. Tanzilum Mir Rabbil Alamin. The revelation from the guardian evolver, the cherisher and sustainer of all systems of knowledge. The Eid Ul Adha, is said to be the greater Eid. Why is it said to be the greater Eid? The name tells us in itself, Eid Ul Adha. Adha is coming from the same root word as the surah we recited, Surah Duha. And Duha is coming from the root word Dahiya. Dahiya. While Dahiya means to appear, the middle vowel gives us some very important information. It's not Dahaya, it's Dahiya. And we know from our study of Arabic grammar that when the root word has kasra on the middle letter, that means that it is, whatever the meaning of it is, its meaning is something that is temporary or accidental. In this case, it's referring to being temporary. What is the significance of temporary? Well, Duha is, Surah Duha is translated as the morning light. But there's another word for light also we know as nur. So why Duha? Because if something is of short duration, then it's important to make haste, to take advantage of it while you can. So in Surah Duha, we are given the revelation that came to the prophet concerning the status of things, and to give him assurance that he was not abandoned. First showing him that we found you in want, and made you sufficient. We found you as an orphan and gave you security. Now from that, you should know that Allah is not absent. That's not in the surah, I'm saying that. But you should be able to conclude that. You should be able to conclude that Allah is with you. So when we reflect upon this revelation and on the Eid Ul Adha, I started to say a word that I'm going to say a little bit later, but the Eid Ul Adha, we should be mindful of the fact that the Quran is revealed and given to us in 3 divisions for this talk. We know there's another division also for reading in 30 days and reading in 7 days. But we want to talk about the print itself. It is given to us in surahs, which are called chapters, and the chapters are broken down into rukuns or sections, and then each section has ayah. No chapter has less than 3 ayah, all right? Some of them are very short ayah, but none have less than 3 ayah. An ayah is a sign. A sign, I wrote a note down here to make sure I didn't forget this. A sign or signs are references pointing to something of greater worth than the sign. So don't get hung up on the sign. We want to know what is the sign, was a sign of what? And that's what we will benefit from that which the sign is referring to. We have another way of referring to religious activities called rituals. And rituals, whether they are for religion or you have social rituals also, they come from the term, the word ritual comes from the term rite, R-I-T-E, not W-R-I-T-E and not R-I-G-H-T, but R-I-T-E. You know, English will confuse you like that. You know, we have 3 words that are pronounced exactly the same, have 3 different spellings and 3 different meanings. A rite, the rites are acts that we engage in. And that when we engage in those acts at prescribed times, then those acts are called rituals, which we have in our religion. We have the ritual of the 2 Eids, Eid Al-Fitr and Eid Ul Adha. And then we have the ritual of Jumu'ah, which is every Friday. I read some material yesterday, and it says that Eid Ul Adha was the greater ritual. No, the Jumu'ah is the greater ritual. Now, Eid Ul Adha comes in right behind it, but Jumu'ah is greater. And we know this because we're required to do it more often in congregation. My phone is on because, let me just apologize for 2 reasons. I have a reference that I want to read off of it. Also, it was a volunteer effort of mine to provide transportation for people coming to town. And this one sister whose train was late coming from New Orleans, and I told her to text me, not call me, so she's texting me, let me know what the situation is, because she knew and I knew that I would be probably about talking around that time. So she just texted me. I don't know what it says, but I assume that she's in Homewood. And inshallah, we go and get her. We're going to make this very short here. Not because of her, but because that's what we do. All right. Then we don't make it long. We have a lot to talk about, but not at the Eid. Why? Because it's Eid, and that's a recurring happiness. So we don't want to break the happy spirit, but at the same time, we want you to reflect on why you should be happy. Don't be happy just because it's a holiday. Be happy because of the blessings that this sign points to. It points to, and to end the first part of this talk, it points to the sincerity of Ibrahim. Hanifa, we know he was Khalilullah also, but today we want to refer to him as Hanifa, because Hanifa means to throw out all the unnecessary stuff and just focus on that which is absolutely the truth. Al-Haq. Al-Haq. Allah is Al-Haq. He is the truth, the absolute truth. Everything else, if it has any truth in it, it's only a small part. Allah is the truth. Nothing else exists without him, and it only exists by his permission. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd. Allahumma أعني على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. Oh Allah, make me to remember you and to be grateful to you and to worship you in the best manner. أعوذ بالله أن أكون من الجاهلين. I seek refuge with Allah from being among the ignorant. ربي هب لي حكما والحقني بالصالحين. My Lord, pour out on me wisdom and join me in the company of the righteous. For those who perhaps have not reflected on this in a while, the khutbah is in two parts. The first part is glorification of Allah. The second part is dealing with some community concern. Our biggest concern, from where I see it right now, is the temporary light that has come to us. And if we fail to take advantage of it, it will be like the manna that is referred to as being manna and quail rain down. You know, the manna had to be harvested quickly, otherwise it would rot. Some say rot, and some say melt. It would just disappear. We have great light that has been given to us by way of our leader, Imam Deen Mohammed. You might say, well, it's going to always be here. Yes, it may always be here, but you may not be able to see it. Allah said he can take away your sight and your hearing. Ignore the light and you won't be able to see it, even though it will still be here. Now, some of us seem to have an inclination to just want to glory in ignorance. I don't care what everybody else is saying. I'm going to say it this way because this is the way I say it. There is a correct way. And if the way you're saying it is different from someone else, then you should investigate and see. I'll give you a quick example before going to the big example. Even today, I heard someone saying, Allahu Akbar. The word is Allahu. That means Allah is in the nominative case there. Allah can be a nominative, possessive, or objective, depending on the vowel at the end of the word that indicates it. And of course, he will be nominative, possessive, or objective, depending on how the sentence is structured. If we're talking about Allah and what he did, it's Allahu. If we're talking about something that is done to or for Allah, it's Allah. If you're talking about something that belongs to Allah, it's Allahi. So it's no such thing as Allah you. I know where you got it from, And I'm doing the very best I can with these few years I have left to try to help you to eradicate it. You got it from something that we should never have had, but some thought it was absolutely necessary because they said you were so ignorant. And that is that you have to have transliteration, meaning you have to write it with English letters. Language is a matter of agreement. If you agree that Arabic is worth reading, then you must also agree that the letters are valid. And you can learn those letters just as quick or even faster than you learn the English alphabet, because there's no confusion in them. I have something I want to read here. I just remember where it was. I hid it from myself, and it just dawned. Allah blessed me to remember. So I don't even have to look. I just reach in here and reach in the pocket again. It's in a little pocket in here. You hold with me just 1 minute. This is something that I wrote down from Imam Deen Mohammed. What he said about the Arabic. And this is the light that we have to, this is Eid Ul Adha. We have to utilize the light. That's what, don't think I'm off the subject. We have to utilize the light. Here's the enlightenment of Imam Deen Mohammed on this subject of Arabic grammar. We are obligated, especially you who are helping the community as leaders, you who are imams, you who are teachers in our schools, you are obligated to study Arabic grammar so that you will learn to read and speak Arabic. You are obligated to do that. The Quran, our book, it's in Arabic. You're obligated to study Arabic grammar, Arabic language, so that you can learn to read and speak, hopefully, and speak Arabic because of the meanings conveyed perfectly. See, the meanings in Arabic are conveyed perfectly in the Arabic language, but not perfectly in any other language. Not perfectly in any other language. I repeat that. Allah didn't, he says God, but he has God with a dash in it, God didn't reveal it in English. He revealed it in Arabic. And the best Arabic, Arabiya Fusha, the best Arabic. So you are obligated, brothers and sisters, especially you who want to accept responsibility to guide this community and to help this community build itself better and better until it is pleasing to us as our souls and our hearts. You are obligated to study Arabic grammar. There are many jobs now you cannot even have unless you can speak a second language. So you have to get in step with modern times too. And your first language for you is not Spanish, it's not French, it's not Italian, it is not Russian, it is not Chinese, it is not German, it is Arabiya. Al-Arabiya, that's the first language we are to learn. Your Imam would not, he's referring to himself, your Imam would not be advanced as he is if he hadn't perceived that and did his study with the dictionaries, dictionaries, and did not only study the words in English, but I got the Arabic dictionary and studied the language in grammar from Arabic. I wouldn't have got to where I am, I'm going to be, except Allah's help and the study of the language. I have to say this. Allah was guiding me to different sources of information and to look at many things. Allah was guiding me. The help would not have been complete, and I would not be in the position I am in now to teach you myself as I am teaching you. And I had not, if I had not studied Arabic grammar and the Arabic language, the language and its grammar, the Arabic language, the language and its grammar. So I urge you to do that. You got help. You'll spend your time much better doing that than listening to the Orientalists, thinking they are going to help you finally to unlock the mysteries. And I'm adding this. While you think that they are helping you to unlock the mysteries, they're only mystifying you even more. I had this note, and I started to try to look it up and see where I got it from, but I wrote it down and put his name on so I know where it came from. And then I thought I don't need to do that. I can just refer you to the Quran saying the same thing. Allah says, "Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyyan la'allakum ta'qilun." We have revealed it in Arabic Quran that you might, the translator said that you might learn wisdom or that you might understand. But ta'qilun is the key word there, coming from the word aqala, which is comes from the same root word as your mind, aqal. Your mind is aqal. Aqala means to make connections, to tie things together. And this is what studying the Arabic language will do for you, not just in the Quranic content itself, but in everything in your life you will be benefited from. It won't just be, it doesn't say, oh, well, I'm here, and whenever you need me for the Quran, that benefit that you get from the language, studying the Quran, will emerge out into all your life activities, and you'll be able to make connections between other things. One connection I want to make here as we close. Recently, we had eclipse. I was coming back from Arkansas. I had to go down there to take care of some business. We have some property down there. So anyway, on my way back that Sunday night, I noticed, I wasn't paying any attention to it, but I noticed I had never seen that many cars coming south while I'm trying to get to Chicago. They're coming away from Chicago. And it didn't dawn on me until the next morning. They were going down to the southern part of Illinois where the eclipse was supposed to be more complete, so they could observe that which they were not supposed to be looking at in the first place. It wouldn't blind you if you were supposed to be looking at it. It wouldn't hurt you if you were supposed to be looking at it, but people spent millions of dollars, not one individual, but they said millions of dollars were involved in the economy of the southern town. I forgot the name of the town. But here's the point I want to make. While they were busy looking at the eclipse, something else crossed my mind. I asked the question on the lifeline, and nobody responded till that next Sunday. Then a sister from Kansas City brought it to my attention. Because no one responded, so since no one responded, I wouldn't say anything. I said, when the moon gets between the sun and the earth, we call it eclipse, right? What happened to the moonlight? If it's blocking the sunlight, what happened to the moonlight? Now, I'm not just asking that as some kind of prize question or something. It's something we should reflect on. We know that the moon does not have a light. It is only a reflection of the sun. Likewise, our prophets and our leaders do not have light. They are only a reflection of the light of Allah. So if you put a leader, I don't care whether it's a prophet or whom it is, in between you and God, then you have blocked the light and you're in the dark. Assalamu alaikum.